Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Dredge. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. So today we're continuing on our search of new fish and old fish and red fish and blue fish. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So we're slowly making our way around the map. Each section of the map, with 5 major sections, having a little bit different story to tell and a little bit of story to add to the overall or overarching theme and story that we've kind of been caught in since the beginning. We initially came to the island and our boat was wrecked and we were, down on our luck, and we got, what we thought was a break where basically someone gave us a promissory note and a boat and said, hey, just pay it off as you catch fish. We'll take a percentage off of that, and that will go towards paying off your boat. All right, so now we're on, Captain's Log, day 31. The fog was endless, and so was the night, until it ended during the day. So we're in the southwest corner of the map, or section of the map. There's this giant, almost like a crater. Like a meteor came down, smashed right into the middle, made a giant hole. But something has taken up residence there. And our hold is basically full. So just like the other areas, there are some fish that only show up. Oh, there you go. The Stellar Basin. It kind of makes sense, right? It sounds like a meteor came in, smashed in the basin. Oh, there we go. Message in the bottle. That's always good. It's almost day, but our anxiety / panic level is quite high. You can see the eyeball in the top middle section just looking back and forth and up and down frantically. All right, so we have this section, and oh, look at that. We'll get a research point. Never say no to a research point. So we'll go check out the different sections of this. We already talked to the researcher. Researcher said, I was doing my research here, where we're currently at, but we were attacked. Or, she was attacked by some kind of monster. Just basically destroyed the place. Alright, so I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and use our research points because we do not want to lose them. So we can go ahead and we can get... There's a couple things that we can get, and there's a couple that we can put points towards. I really want that rod, that versatile rod, because it's not everything, but it's quite a bit. Coastal, shallow, mangrove, and volcanic, which of course we'll need for the northeast and northwest corner, I presume. Which, it won't matter if we have that. And then, of course, we'll still need, the oceanic, abyssal, and haddle. All right, so we got some more trinkets. And I have to say, I don't remember how the hull got damaged. Oh, maybe... I think when I traveled to this section, I traveled during the night and it got damaged. Not at night, but at the beginning of the day. Alright, so you can see, looking down into it, it's almost like a kraken. Or the, what do you call that on Star Wars? The Sarlacc pit, except in water instead of on a desert planet. Alright, so we're going to make a beeline over here to this dock. Looks like it's the traveling merchant. We'll get over there as quickly as we can. There we go. Now here it is, already middle of the day. We've already gone through the night searching, sailing, fishing, and the researcher is looking for certain very specific fish. So if we can find, oh, the trawl net's not doing good. Alright, so we need to repair the trawl net. We need to repair our ship. We've got not a lot. We got that refined metal, which we got in the beginner island section. We've got I think that's the motor that got conked out. I mean, that's not terrible because that motor was actually the worst of the three. That's the one plus side of that whole thing. So we still have some money, not a ton. I'd still like to get an ocean rod, but the problem with that is that I'll end up getting rid of the trawling net in order to get it to fit. I mean, it's either that or get rid of the other one, which I don't really want to do either. I don't want to really get rid of either of them. Alright, so messages. There's a total of 12 messages to find. So far I found 6, so half of them. And we'll see if we can find all the messages. It's always interesting how you learn things story-wise, sometimes through interaction with other people, and then other times it's with background information that you don't even necessarily see. I don't like that you can't see what's going on through the back of the ship. And then, of course, there's the... I can see there's fish, but I can't see it through the telescope, which I don't particularly like. Yeah, look at that. The trawling net's already working. And this is a pretty basic. Now that I think about it, I might have actually damaged the ship. Ooh, look at that. Lumber. I'll always take lumber. Because I am lumber poor, as you'll remember. Alright, so... Oh, I forgot to drop off that one trinket. That's not good. I mean, I won't say no to a research point. As usual... Let's get the whatever's left of the lumber. We can add that to storage. We'll have to drop off this crab pot somewhere. Different locations have different... Oh, another research point. What? We're going to have to go to port just to use these research points and store these 3 pieces of lumber. Like, I am thrilled with 3 pieces of lumber. Alright, now we've got 2 more research points, which is fantastic after just getting 2 research points. Now, of course, it is dark. Again. Alright, so we've got the earring. There's what looks like a map. Let's see, that looks good. And then I think we're stuck because, you know, if I had dropped off that one trinket, then it would have worked out. Yeah, I don't think that's going to matter. I can't think of a way to make that work. So I think it's just going to have to sit there until I come back to it. If I come back to it. Alright, so put the lights on, and then, you know, it doesn't even matter. I just want to see what it is. It would have to be a one slot fish. So now, you know, during the night you have to be kind of careful. Anyway, but especially when you haven't slept for a little while, get a little paranoid. Alright. So there we go. We got 2 out of the 3 fish. So we only need the 1 to make it work. I mean, that's what she wanted. Alright. Use up those points. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Now it's for sale, but how much money will it cost? Yeah, still have a bunch of engines to unlock. Have that one up top, but that is 5 research points. And then 3 on the bottom. 1 middling, and then 2 big ones, which I don't think I have room for. And then a bunch of crab pots. That's 3 plus another 2 plus another 2. So 8 research points in crab pots plus the 10 or so in engines, and not even considering the others that still need it. The bookshelf, the book reading is an interesting mechanic of the game, where it gives you like a little bit of a perk, but you have to be using this. You have to be, you know, roaming around the ocean with this book active. And then once you read it, then you get that whatever perk that is, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm putting the lumber away, because more than likely I will need it. There we go, and we're gonna sleep because we've not had a good night's sleep in a while. And this is as good a place as any. I mean, not to mention the fact that, you know, you can't sleep anywhere, just anywhere. It has to be, you have to be docked before you get that option to sleep. I don't think you'd get much sleep. It would be like sleeping with one eye open kind of thing. Seeing how, you know, something's slipping into the cargo hold. Ooh, that's bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was 2 or 3, and it's 4. So it's quite large. So we can squeeze in some fish, but you know, we're maxed out now. Our cargo hold, just even with the upgrade, it's you know, not a lot of room. We still have a lot of space taken up by equipment, which, you know, it's useful. So got another fish in the trawl net. Still need to drop off that crab pot somewhere. Alright. Come over to the dock. We can offload all those fish that we've gotten, both in the trawl net and in the cargo hold. At some point it starts to feel almost like second nature. It's like, oh, I need money, so I need to go fish. Oh, I need resources because I need to upgrade my ship because it is junk. Or, you know, I need research points, although that one is more difficult. Yeah, I don't know that I have enough room for that new rod, which is kind of funny, because I actually wanted that new rod more than a lot of the other stuff. So I can get this better trawl net, which is slightly better. I don't know. It's not basic, so that's the important thing. Yeah, just looking to see what she has, how much everything is. She does have refined metal, but we don't really need that. We do need lumber. There we go, we got lumber, and we have enough to upgrade it. 3 cargo spaces. We've got, this is already done. So we got the cargo spaces, we've got the, there we go. But we can't afford that one. And so we only need one more lumber to unlock, well, plus money. So we still need lumber, because even after we get enough lumber for that last upgrade, we'll still need more lumber for the whole upgrade, plus, you know, down the line. But certainly as much lumber as we can find, especially considering that we already have the cloth and the metal and even one refined metal for the hull upgrade. So we're really sitting poorly on lumber, but we're sitting pretty well on everything else. Probably not enough for all the upgrades that I'll need, but in the foreseeable future, I've got plenty of those resources. So I need cash, which means I need to fish. So these little fish probably aren't worth a whole lot. Alright, so we need to find some more active grounds for fishing. Just kind of look around. I have a feeling that the jellyfish would damage the hull, but I don't know, and I don't really want to find out. Alright, so here's a squid of some sort. Firefly squid, that's right. Glows slightly. Takes up 2 slots, so it's relatively small. And then we got the mutant, the radiant squid. Alright, let's keep going. Pack them in. Pack them in as tight as we can. There we go. 11 p.m. So it was a decent day's worth of work, even though part of that was installing the trawl net. So here we go. Boom. Just like that. And that was actually less money than I thought, but that's okay. The barracudas, I think, must have added extra or sold for more than what you would think for the amount of space that they took out, or what I thought. Here we go. We'll toss out the crab pot. So if nothing else, we'll have a little bit more room. Alright, so let's go ahead and we can trawl for fish. Pick some up that way. And we're still looking for that one fish. So sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled in 3 or 4 different directions at the same time, because you're trying to progress the story, but you're also trying to upgrade your ship, and you're also trying to upgrade your equipment, and you're trying to do all these things. So trying to find all the different types of fish. So trying to get all the different types of fish at least once, and then upgrade the boat and upgrade the equipment and research the equipment that you don't have, and get the things for the campaign that'll help progress the story. The thing about the campaign is that you can go anywhere. Even though you always start in the middle, if you wanted to, you could go to the northeast or northwest. I don't think you'll get very far, because the fishing rods that you need for that area are locked behind. Oh, look at that. Aurora jellyfish. That new trawl net is paying off. Paying dividends already. Alright, so let's see. Do I have the fish? Hey, sure do. I'll have to look at the encyclopedia later to see if the trawl net is the only way to get it. Some fish you can only get with a rod, some you can only get with a crab pot, some of them you can get multiple ways. The trawling net is new enough to me that I don't necessarily know. Plus, I don't look at the encyclopedia that often. It's more of a, I wonder what I'm missing. Or, I know I got this fish before. How do I get it again? Alright, so. Yeah, I almost forgot about that trinket again. So we'll go ahead and rest. Get rid of our paranoia. And move on. Yeah, I don't really I don't mind that the screen turns kind of red when you're using haste, but at the same time, I don't like how long it stays around after you stop using it. Yeah, the Barracuda seemed to be a pretty big ticket item, so I don't see why I shouldn't get a couple of these. Yeah, now I'm stuck. I don't see any way to get any more in there. Well, and the Barracuda are harder to come by. Oh, I don't have the thing for that. Don't want to get too close to the edge. Run away! Run away! I got a little too close to the edge there. Alright, let's go. We'll check the crab pot here. Ah, look at that. We got a blue crab. We have room for that. And halfway through the day already. Sun comes up around 6 a.m., goes down around 6 p.m. So, there we go. Look at that. We got a decent amount of money, which means we need to go look for something. So now we can get the fishing rod. We can get rid of that coastal shallow and then add mangrove and volcanic, so we don't have to go through a lot of rigmarole. There we go. Install it, which of course takes time, and the efficiency has gone up as well, so we should be able to catch fish faster than what we did before. Now, let's see if we have enough money for any upgrades. I mean, like the cargo space, I kind of want, but it's one of the bigger upgrades, whereas this one I can get. You know, even though I don't have an engine in mind, so it's just kind of checking a box. I've got one more upgrade done. It's too bad she doesn't sell lumber, but at the same time, I understand why she does not sell lumber. If she sold lumber, then she would have to sell metal and cloth. And then you say, well, if she sells those, should she really be selling the refined metal? And then, you know, you say, well, what's the point of even dredging stuff up if you can buy all that stuff? You're like, well, what about the trinkets? What about the relics? You're like, yeah, I suppose. But this puts more pressure on you to try and find the locations of, you know, where the lumber would be at. That looks like a research point to me. Yes. If only it were multiple research points instead of just one. Like, that would be fantastic. Because like I said, there's just upwards of 100 research points that you need. Alright, so I got the item. Because after giving the researcher the fish, then she said, hey, bring them back, and go over to the wreck. There's a piece of equipment I need, but only do it during the day because you might get attacked at night, like I did. And it's funny that she went into hiding basically in a fortress. You know, it's an old fortress, but hey, guess what? It's still a fortress. Alright, let's see how many fish we can fit into the cargo hold. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about a new engine or engines. I don't know. I don't know which. I know the mutants always, you get paid better, partially because they're rare. Hey, trawl net. So I was thinking that I may have overused haste and damaged the engine. I think that's where the damage may have come from. Important life lesson, as it were. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's already day. Let's get over to the dock. I mean, we need to. And there we go. Safe! Alright, let's talk to the researcher, give her the thing. And now we've got just enough room for this thing. Sampling device. Connect it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't have room for it, so... Oh, and she wants some new stuff. Yeah, it's probably all stuff that I can now get with the sampling device. Problem is that I have to install it, and in order to install it, I have to put it where the trolling net is, because I don't want to get rid of the fishing rod, because that's, I don't know, I kind of feel like the fishing rod is a sure thing, whereas the trawling net is like a bonus. So I need to make it over here. All of a sudden, ooh, oh man, that was so close. Hey, there's some more blue crab. Grab it. Oh, no, go, 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 go. Oh. Damage. Here, I thought it was going off where I wouldn't have to worry about it. Alright, so let's sell the fish because I don't need it for anything else. Sometimes, you know, you can't see the forest for the trees when you've got a whole bunch of basic, you know, clutter in your cargo hold. All of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I had a... Yeah, there's room that I can put the... So installed. There we go. And then get that. And now use that research point. There we go. Yeah, just looking at the difference between the different crab pots. Like, oh, this one's this, but that one's that. Is it really that big of a difference? Does it really make a difference which one I do first? All the different trawling nets. You can use them in different locations, so obviously that part of it is good. Or different situations. I have to do some math, but I kind of feel like if you had a bunch of those little engines, that they would actually be better than if you had any one of the bigger ones. But it's 5 research parts to research, and then however much it costs for each one. So even if I researched it, there's nothing to say that each one's not going to be, $500. So I'd have to do a lot of fishing in order to afford enough of those for that actual speed. And do I want all that speed? It's great in the open ocean and in the areas where you have a lot of room. When you start to get a little bit where you have a little bit less room, then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know if that's such a great thing. Alright, so we need to come over here and attach that thing to the generator. There we go. Now we just need to, oh, look at that. Another research part. Turn it on, and there we go. Now we already have the sampling device installed, so all we should have to do is go over the abyss, and yeah, let's use that before we forget about it. Yeah, I always feel, I kind of feel like, and probably shouldn't, feel like engines get the back seat compared to other things. Like lights, you don't have to research, which is good. I'm glad you don't have to research it. It's based on progression. But engines end up being, what the heck? They done messed up. They gave me the sampling devices for Abyssal, not Haddle. So how am I supposed to fish for these things without the proper equipment? I feel like it's super annoyingly bad. Like everything is Haddle in this location. I don't know. Was it a late development in the game where they're like, hey, we should really have one more type of, like water section. Like, what about Haddle? Yeah, that sounds good. Or Abyssal. I'm going to say no, Haddle probably came last. Maybe? I don't know. Abyssal, Haddle came, and then Abyssal? Anyway, for whatever reason, I feel like it didn't get updated. Because the sampling device, why would it not work in this area that we're supposed to be using it for. Like, this is 100% where we're supposed to be using it. Oop, light's going out. You don't want that. There we go. Might be able to get a mutant octopus from here. There we go. Anyway, like I said, it's annoying because there's no way that it shouldn't have worked in this section. The researcher gave it to me for sampling fish in this section of the island of the world. So, yeah, whatever. That just means I gotta use research points. It basically means I'm done with this region until I can come back with the proper equipment. You know, it's like I don't even want to reinstall the trawl net because I know that I need to come back. Yeah, I didn't like it installed there. So the sun's coming up. Today's a new day, as they say. But yeah, I kind of feel like this whole area, I don't even want to be in the area until I can come back with the proper equipment so that I can fish the fish that she needs so that I can be done. I can be done with this section. Like, I'll definitely take a sabbatical on fishing in this section for a while until I can get what I need to come back, because this isn't going to change. Nothing here is going to change. So I'm even thinking about going up to one of the other sections that I haven't been to, just for giggles. So we'll do some tooling around, maybe in the Stellar Basin, and start working our way somewhere else. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
so